I'm do it. Oh Lord. Okay. Hi, my name is Melanin in Expressos, and this is how to make a song on BandLabs, the beginner's course. All right. So when you come to BandLabs, you make an account. I like to keep all my stuff together, so I had to remake my account using my content creator email address. But this is pretty much your basic feed. Um, you come on here, you can follow people if you would like to. It shows you the trending people, the sounds that's like hot right now, the people who are more popular on the website. You can see who you're following. You can join communities. Like let's say you want to join like the lo-fi community or whatever, and communities for you to join. Uh, Pretty much things of that nature. Sometimes people are doing competitions or they're doing something to kind of give you some traction on your page or to your music. But this is the feed. This is the discover page. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's almost like a TikTok music feed. The services that they offer. It also gives you kind of like an analytics for your own self. It could be your dashboard opportunities. I do have the pay for it thing for right now, and so I do get a little bit more information than like you would typically see. And then your library, which would be just the songs you've made, things you've uploaded, projects. If you do collaborations, because you can collab with other creators on this, your like music and deleted projects. Now, one thing about me, I have made some bad choices in deleted projects. I have left things there too long. They were gone forever, and I do miss them. I do have some remorse on it. But also, BandLabs does have services if you're willing to pay. Um, some of it is free and some of it isn't. I I sadly am a little bit out of date with what is and isn't because I've had it paid for a minute. But you have the studio, that's where you make your music. Sounds, that's pretty much the entire catalog of sounds that they have, whether it's through BandLabs or creator made ones. Beats, because some people are just here to freestyle rap, sing, and they just want to sing, rap, harmonize, things of that nature. They're not trying to create beats. You can do your mastering through here. You can have, there's AI here. You can have AI create a sound or song for you. That's your personal preference. I personally don't. The effects, I personally like it. That is like for people who want to just go in and maybe you want to tweak your audio, you want to tweak your vocals, you maybe want to add like a little bit of reverb or something of that nature. Now the AI splitter, it is AI, but I will say it do its thing. If you're trying to like, I have songs that I have finished, and I wish that I could take out something, or maybe now I have a better ear for music, and so I want to take a sound out or do whatever. It's not the best splitter out there, but when you do have the paid services, you can do certain things, like you can take just the guitar instruments and break those parts down, or the drums, or um it gets really detailed when you go buy instrument. And these are the paid for things of like, you want license and distribution, you want to join the contests that are supposed to be of the higher tiers. But what we're going to do is go here to create new project. You can also do social media post. All right, so when you create a new project, this is how it's going to look. It's going to say discover. Now, palette is AI. It's loops. Let's say you typically you make a lot of, I make a lot of music, so I don't know what it would say for me, but it could be a lo-fi loops, it could be hip hop loops, it could be EDM gamer music loops. I personally don't use palette. I'm very much a kind of person, I like to go through each folder, listen to everything. I'm really in tune with like what I want it to sound like. Most times I have kind of like a sound in my head, and I'm going to try and match it to the best of my ability by going through the BandLab sounds right here. But when you're doing a new track, you can do just capture your voice or any sound. So, like, let's say you play an instrument, let's say you sing, you rap, you might just want to do a voice memo. There is multiple promos I've done and voiceover work that I've done through Band Labs because it's just easier for me to record that way. They have a drum machine. It is so fun. You can use your drum machine in real life with a MIDI keyboard, or they have a virtual one as well. It is so much fun. I have a MIDI keyboard. I've tested it on BandLabs, but I am not ready to teach, so I am not even gonna pretend to tell you how to do that. For people who play guitar, they have a guitar section, instruments, any instrument that you play. Sampler, the sampler is fun. You can also, I would say doing the sampler on the mobile app is a little bit more easier and accessible, but it is a time. And then like bass. You can also import sound. So like let's say you have stems, you have music stems, or you have like maybe you have the vocals that you had on another track, or you're doing a remix or something of that nature. You can also import it right here with the import audio and the MIDI keyboard again. But BandLab sounds. I'm gonna teach you how to make a song with the BandLab sounds. When you push it, it's gonna bring over this little side menu right here. If you've liked a sound by putting a little star next to it, or you put a pack, it's going to be here in this collection called My Sounds. But this is the browser. It'll show you everything you need to see. Sometimes they change how they are sorted, but most times it's going to be like the BandLab picks, a for you kind of section, and then what's trending. Nobody wants to try palette right now. The packs is going to be pretty much like your big folder. So it could be the name of the artist who created it. It could just be the type of sound it is. Sometimes it'll say a feeling. You never really know, but it's kind of like their way of categorizing it. It's unique to each person. There are filters you can go by instrument, genre, character, beats per minute, the key. You can even do it just to free sounds, because now back in my day when I first started on this thing, it was so much free stuff, but now I do know that they do limit packs. So for you guys, I will be using the free sounds because I don't want to show y'all stuff that y'all can't even do. I think that's kind of silly of me. Um but they also have samples. So that's for me when I'm editing later, so I know what I'm doing. All right, so we have browse, you have packs, you have samples. Now the samples is literally when you first click it, it's going to be every single sound in the website. Now, I personally sometimes like it better this way because sometimes the folders aren't going to let me know that the sound that I perfectly need. Like sometimes I need a tambourine. I wouldn't think that tambourine would be in a hip hop pack, but guess what? This exact kind of tambourine sound that I need was in a hip hop pack, and I didn't think about that. So sometimes I go by samples. You can do here under the filters again, type. Well, of course, we're going to put it on free. Type, you can do loops, which just means that they're continuous sound. It's going to be a string of sounds. You can just keep adding it and it'll keep looping. It'll keep the beats per minute. It's going to pretty much be like a beginner friendly version. Or if you're somebody with a higher tune key of music, you can do one shot. One shot is literally going to be one sound. Like, that's it. It doesn't continue. It doesn't continue. It doesn't go on a continuous loop. It's very much I know what I'm kind of doing. I'm gonna
Ouais.
make it,
En
put the
fait, moi,
pieces
je trouve que
together.
l'être humain, lui, il se contente trop de chercher le matériel. Et du coup, en fait, ça le rend malheureux parce qu'en fait, il est jamais comblé. Alors que moi, j'en
I
ai
wasn't
tellement
ready
rien
for
à
that.
faire
That threw
que
me off.
quand je regarde le paysage, moi, ça me rend tellement heureux. Peut-être que j'ai raison, en fait. Peut-être que c'est comme ça qu'il faut penser.
I hope he says something appropriate. Melatonin. Melatonin does nothing for me, love. This is a loop. A loop is gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's continuous. It's kind of like if I put this and I add it to itself again, you know what I mean? It's a continuous sound. There's no gaps. It's looped. It just started over. What I do personally, I love a loop. For multiple, the sample is gonna get us canceled. Oh, I don't speak French though, so we might. Now, what I will say about loops that I personally do love is you can go by instrument. I personally, I don't know why I'm like this. I usually always do the percussion of my songs first. I used to do the piano kind of sounds first. I just love to make sure I get the rhythm, like kind of. You can find vocals, you can get the drums, you can get guitars, you can get really specific. The other day I was on a Courage the Cowardly Dog binging thing, and I really wanted the what's the instrument that Muriel plays? The ding 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 ding. That one. They had that in here, and I have it in a song, and I was so happy. You can do it by genre, character. Now this is one of my favorite things that they have in BandLab as a filter. In character, like let's say I just want a song, it's upbeat, I want it to be chill, but I also kind of want it to have like a retro feel. You literally can click those things. Now sometimes you're not gonna get those sounds. Sometimes that's just not available, but you can get as specific as you need to be for the sound that you want, beats per minute, and the key, of course. But like now, I'm saying I want that chill up beat.
I'm no longer wasting my time. It's gotta be worth it.
But you see what I'm saying? It gives you as best as it can. It's a good filtering system. It's a good system. You can also push clear because sometimes you might overwhelm yourself by all the things you said you needed, and you just want to kind of get back to the beginning. That's what clear all is gonna do. And then again, you also have my sounds. Now you can upload things, and that'll be under your my sounds. But you can also just keep all your favorite things that you've liked or favorited in the my sounds category. You can do packs, you can do samples, even collections. Like let's say I've worked with other people and I kind of want to keep little pieces of what we've worked together on. Um, like this is Magic City Full Beat. It gives Magic City, if you think about it. But all right, now you know where to find the sounds. But what do I do with the sounds when I find them? Well, here we go. And again, that was under BandLab sounds down here. Um, don't let this overwhelm you. It looks like a lot, but it's not. At track, when you first start, like if you just want to be somebody who comes straight to pavement, you just slam it. You can just slam the stuff down. Now, as you can see, I didn't change anything, but because this is 161 beats per minute, it automatically changed my project. Changed my project to 161 beats per minute. If I want it to kind of sound a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like I can slow it down, speed it up. That's right here, the beats per minute. Where it says 161, I can move it up or down by dragging my mouse and holding down the left key. Because I'm personally, I love a slow beat. I'm from Houston, so I like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this sounds better to me personally. I can do it to where we can move the left to the right. They have auto mix. Again, I try not to touch too much the AI stuff. It does kind of get overwhelming. You can do a metronome for my people who need their little. You can also change the tempo by this little down bar right here. You can change your counts. It's all really up to you. Some people love them. I don't play with the metronome a lot. I'm sorry. That's why I'm having fun. I'm sorry. We got play, pause, return to the beginning. You can record. Now, I will say be careful when you push record. Record means that you're about to either record your mic, record an instrument, but you're about to do something live. It does not mean you're trying to record the song. That's just pushing save. Okay, push save, and that'll save everything that you do. Right here where it says new project, that's where you title your song. I'll put tutorial. Right here, sometimes, especially I have this problem, there'll be like a part of the song, it just doesn't sound right. You can click right here on cycle and it'll bring these little red margins right here and it'll have it to start the play time for this section. And then it'll loop that part. Because sometimes you just really need to hear it and be like, does that sound how I want it to? I use it a lot of times when I've put a lot of loops together and some reason in my mind or just when I'm listening to it, it sounds like there's like something that's not exactly in tune. I'm gonna slam some random sounds on here just so we can kind of make things work. I There's a system. I don't use the system often. But also see how it says I'm adding something to it and it's a different key. So it's like what I like to set project key to G minor. Regions will be transposed when possible. Most times I don't. Sometimes I like a little chaos, but it does give you the option to adjust the project as you go forward. And remember, we're doing a loop, right? So because it's a loop, there's going to be this little emblem right here. I'll just make sure I can see it, where it is a loop. It's a little spiral. I'm going to drag the top corner of that loop and pull it. And if I want it to be the full loop, I'm going to go to where I see this white line. It usually has like a auto snap kind of effect, and that'll be one full loop. Or if I wanted to just go maybe a loop and a half, I just drag it and stop. The loops also help you to know how to sync it to the next track, because sometimes you're going to want your music to kind of work together. Because again, remember, these are 2 different beats per minute. So for right now, the beat project is 157. This 161 line is going to be slowed down, whereas the mallets right here are at 94 beats per minute. So they're getting speed up to match the project. That's why I like BandLabs. BandLabs takes the aggression out of learning, because it's allowing you to just kind of, if that makes sense, it's allowing you to learn. And I'm just going to loop it. All right, then I push stop. Now I will say, if you allow it to play, it'll keep going, and your project isn't even this long, but it'll keep going until it hits the end. Another thing that you have here, this is mastering. This is pretty much for like the end of the song. You don't have to worry about it too early. You can invite collaborators. That's right here. This invite thing. This is our save. Always try and save. It's nothing worse than having a bop and not even saving it because you accidentally forgot to. Let me close this. Now that we have 3 stems, you can, if you want to, you can always come in and change the name by double clicking it, or touching the little 3 bars right here, or the 3 dots right here. You can do a group. So like, let's say I want all my vocals together. I can create a group of I can create a group called vocals, and I can put all those stems in that little section. You can also freeze a track, which means I don't want anything to happen. This is part of the song. I need to stay. I don't want nothing to change. I want it to stay exactly where it's at. Also, some people are really analytical about their music, so they have a color coding system. I sometimes will do that if like I'm making a song and I don't know if I want to keep it. I'm being kind of experimental. I'll keep all the part of the song that I'm keeping one color, and then like the experimental things, the most craziest color I can find. Like, let's say the whole song is purple, I'll choose green. I'll choose yellow. Something that's like, hey, you may not like this part. If something has to go, take this part out. Enable multi-track recording. Sometimes you're gonna need to. Sometimes, especially with instruments or stuff like that, you're gonna need 2 lines. Like if I was doing vocals and I also wanted to put a layer of my same vocals as like a background ad-libby choral kind of thing going on, I would want to record 2 lines. Personally, I don't do that. I just copy, I duplicate. I'm weird. I like that. You can also move things up and down. It doesn't affect anything in the song. It really is just, again, preference. Some people like to keep all the instrumental together, maybe the vocals separate, put the string instruments together, take the percussion, put them together. So really personal preference. You can export audio. Like sometimes there are times where I'll make a song and I am obsessed with one section. I really, 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 really want the strings in this song in every song. You can export it, I can keep it, I can save it to my BandLab sounds, or I can just have it on my computer because I might need to use it on another program. And I can also import from this. So like right now, I have an Eminem CD in. I wouldn't take it from there, but I'm just saying, if I had my own music in here and I wanted to take a sound, I could import it from there. Also from a drive, duplicate, like I was saying before. Sometimes you want to do an effect. So like this part is that beat. So like let's say I wanted it to start playing in one ear. So now it's hidden in one ear more than usual. You know what I'm saying? And it also helps with the effects, which I can show you now. And then delete. Because, if you can duplicate it, you got to be able to delete it. Down here are options. I'll make sure y'all can see it. Yeah. Down here is auto pitch. Now, my favorite thing about auto pitch is it does not give you the T-Pain effect no matter how hard you try. Here you would go, you would get your inputs. You choose the mic. I'm using my HyperX. You can have different channels. Monitoring, because hello. Can you hear that? Y'all can't hear that. Y'all haven't been hearing music, have you? No, you heard the music. All right, for my sanity, let me take the mic off so y'all can only hear this. Now we're going to put auto pitch on, and now you can hear it's affecting my voice. This is the classic auto pitch. You can do it from heaviest to low, which is like it's still your voice, but a little adjusted. Then it's like you need a lot of help. Boom. You can change, let's see, can I do this? You can change the scale, the project key. If I want my music to sound like me, for the project, or chromatic, or what, chromatic, or whatever you want to do. When you get, this is the problem, right? Let me turn my, this is the problem. So I have paid, so I do have access to some things that y'all don't. So let me just show you the fun stuff you can do on the pay side. I am in no way an ambassador, but if BandLabs want to give a girl some money, I'll take it. Okay, boom. This is duet, which is like, let's say you want to record two voices. Big harmony is gonna make me harmonize with myself. I hate that though. Hate that. Hate that. Natural, which makes it sound like my voice, but it's a little adjusted, a little noise gated. Wow, 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 wow. There's just a bunch of things you can do. A bunch of things you can do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can do the stuff with the stuff with the stuff with the stuff with the stuff, but you ain't got all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like this one though, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? You hear it. Type shit. Yeah. Could be on the beat. Bow. Okay, anyway. I got distracted doing that. Yeah. Got very distracted doing that. I was about to start freestyling, forgot what I was doing. You can also do auto detect key, which is like, let's say it takes my voice and it's like, okay, your key is in this voice. What is my voice key? What? I'm G. I've been told that I'm a G all my life. Okay. FX effects. This can be used for vocals. It can be used for audios. Any of these things that's a stem on here can have an effect to it. You can have presets. BandLab has some presets. Users make presets. You can favorite them here as well. Of course, there's an AI option. This is one like that's creator made. You can do things like add tones to your music, ambiance. You can add bass, so it's just like bass knocking. It's really fun. Let me see what's one I know works. Bumps every time. Bumps every time usually bumps every time. But you hear how it's like boom, boom. Sound like you on a bunch of eardrums. You feel me? But you also hear how that echo is kind of going. You like that, huh? You have fun with that. But those are things you can do. You can add effects. You can add editor. Now this is where I have fun. I enjoy this a lot. You can change the pitch shift here. You can do playback speed. Now remember, I said that our project is at 157 BPM. This sound that I'm right now highlighting, you'll know it's highlighted because it's got the white box around it, is 128, meaning it's been sped up to fit the project. If I want to hear what it sounds like organically without my editing, I'm going to push reset right here. So then it's going to say there's 0 pitch shift and the playback speed is 1. Oh, and the regain is 0. That means that it hasn't been turned up or turned down. So like, let's say I want the 111s louder, because usually one thing about me, I love a wah 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 in a song. Let me show you one more thing. Let's say I'm listening to this right now and I want to only hear the 111s. I want to hear what I'm editing. I don't want to hear the rest of the song. You're going to go right here. This is mute, which will mute this stem. So this whole sound will go away and I would hear the entire song or whatever section I'm listening to without my wah wah wahs. But if I only want to hear the wah wah wahs, I'm going to push S, which is solo, and then it's only going to highlight that last stem right here, or whichever one is selected. So now let's hear what this sounds like without any editing. Completely different, right? Now, some people like to listen to the sound organically and then go back and do the like FX effects. Some people just take it as it is and use the, BandLab's modified one. Also, here's our undo. You can also do Control Z for the people who really, like keeping their shortcuts. So for this sound, I would use a classic phaser, so it sounds like outer space. Give it a little trippy vibe. Let's take my solo off, and then let's hear it with the sound. Now, other things. I will take my break, Siribot, in un momento. Another fun thing that you can do here is pan, which is like panning to the left or right stereo or headphone, whichever you're wearing, and reverb. I personally put reverb on everything. I put that thing on everything. Now, as you can see, it looks so simple, right? But what happens when you make a mistake? Like, let's say, what's something that should not work with this? Yeah, this shouldn't work, but it could, because sometimes I do accidentally make a good sound. That's what I'm doing. So then, we'll start right here. You hear how that's just not hitting, but it works. The ADHD in me is like, this works, but in reality, it does not. Now, my psychosis, my mental, I would find a way to make that sound work if I really wanted to, because it could. It really could. If you want, I can show you how. But sometimes you do add something and it doesn't work into the sound. It probably didn't work because I just threw it on there, right? So remember when I said earlier in the tutorial about the lines, right? These lines right here are pretty much telling me where my loops begin and end. If I'm going to add a sound, now do I kind of know how to read music and I kind of know how this stuff works? Yes. But for the means of this, let's say I added it and I put it here. It might sound a little bit better because this is where a loop begins. And it's also right here in the part of a loop where something big is happening. So it's going to sound kind of like it's going into it. It's a little bit better now. But also remember, we did add something. We did add an effect. So sometimes your effects work against you. The effect that we have right here on this Magic City beat, the bumps every time, it's thumping. So it doesn't matter what I add in percussion, the Magic City beat, this little stem right here is going to overpower it. So let's take it off. Right here is at the top of the presets, it'll show you none. Sometimes it's going to be hard to find it. I always just type in none. It's so much easier because there is a search bar at the tippy top. Right up there. Now let's try right here. It's better. You can hear it. It's not too much. But remember, we can also mute it. Or let's say I do want my Magic City to stay in there. What I do most times in my music, I love to have like not a dance break, but just a beat break where it's just something a little different. So like let's say I end this this loop's just gonna be no. Let's say I end that loop back here. I keep that going. I keep this going. I would scroll to about yeah, yeah. Let me see. Ooh, something I could teach you really quick. Let's say you want a sound to fade out. So like let's say I take that Magic City stem and I want that to kind of fade out. God darn you, the timer. I would fade this out. So what I would do is grab this beautiful little white dot, and that's my fade. So what I would do is drag it. You can choose how long you want the fade out to be. I personally go to the loop start because I like it to gradually just kind of go like that. Now, if I keep that thump, the thumps are going to slowly kind of fade into my next percussion, which is kind of good, kind of bad. We'll see. Let's listen from the loudest part, hear it fade out, and then go into the next beat. Welcome back. For y'all that missed it, I pretty much just took the Magic City stem, faded it out, faded that part out so that it would go into the new drum beat. Also, this is your way to make the time, see more of your timeline and to zoom in. Boom. And that's pretty much it. Like BandLabs is what you make it. You can go as long as you want. I think you can make up to 10 minutes of a song. Yeah, I think it's 10, 18 minutes is like the most you can do. Um, you can add more sounds, you can layer things, you can duplicate it. Let me see. What's another sound that shouldn't work but probably will in this? That's not drums. Filter. Let's see. Let me go free loop. Like this shouldn't work, but let's see. It worked. I hate that I'm good at this. I'm really good at this. Oh, it's safe. Now, I can't give you my sauce, but I can tell you if this was a song that I was planning on putting out, how I would change this song or I would tweak it. Again, this ain't really a tutorial part. This is just me being myself, showing you how I get down. I would take this because I love a groovy little beat, a groovy little loop. I love a groovy loop. Groovy loop. Groovy loop. and I would give myself. This says it's 150. Let me see. For my sanity, let's go to one more loop. Should be about two. Yeah. I would take the groovy part, the part usually in a song I have a part that would be the stem of mine. Like I would be dun 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 dun. Like that would be the part that I would sing over and over again, right? Then I would add the next part that I like, which would be the all right. Now we got that. Now because I think I like it, we're gonna see. I will take this on piano, go here with it, go take that one right. And again, I genuinely never know. Sometimes when I'm doing this, like, oh, is that too long? Is that too this? It's really a feeling. I really wish I was joking. This is just how my brain works. I think that this would be the part that I would sing. This would be my next one I'd sing. But then when I'm like start moving, the part that would make me groove is the drum. So I would put this a little bit further up. And I'd bring this back. And that's how I would take this same song we just made. This was how it would come out if I made it. And then because I was trying to make it long, but I'd probably naturally let that song end with the loops too. So like right about here. Oh, also that's a good thing to go. You click on a loop, right? Let's say, oh, I don't need all of the loop. I just need a little bit. S, and that's how you chop. That's slice, pretty much. For those in the know, sliceroo. Hey, let me have that one. Which one you? Oh, you want this beat? You can have this beat, bit. But again, remember, I said I'm from Houston, right? So we might mess it up. So somebody put it in the chat for me 157, just in case I mess this up. I'm going to even try and make this a little slower. Now, Tyler, the creator, said that he loves 123. So I'm going to do 120. 120 might fuck up. We will see. Now, you see how it says audio stretching? Would you like to adjust existing audio regions from 157 to 120? Yes, you do. Don't be me. You don't want to do the math. You think you like math? You don't like music math, because sometimes when you don't adjust, it'll adjust that one thing, and then all the slicing and dicing you did means nothing, and it messes up your cuts, it messes up the loops. Just let it adjust it. It might take a little while depending on how many things you have, but it's usually quick. So now let's hear the same song at 120. This is gonna be more of like a lo-fi groove when you take it this low. Never thought like this. I don't hate it, but because this isn't like a lo-fi song. Also, like, let's say you get to this point, right, and you're me, you're tweaking stuff, you don't like it, hit that undo. Control Z if you need it. It's not that deep, and it goes right back to normal. that's how you make a song. I make it look easy, but it's not. I make it look easy because it can be. It really is. I have, I have, I have ADHD, so all my energy, I can kind of focus and do this for a minute. Let me put this so I remember. Now, again, I said I was gonna try and show y'all the full process of how I make a song. Now, what I do, save it, right? Every time I think, okay, this song is going to get released, this is the song, I think it's finished. What I do is I start it from the beginning, I play it, I listen to the whole thing. Now, things I've learned since I've opened my commissions and like I've had people request music, I have learned that what I should do is sometimes make sure that I don't cut a song off before it's done, if that makes sense. So I have a habit of like, I'll make a groove, and it's like, it's a good groove. There's nothing wrong with making grooves. The issue is sometimes the song could have been longer and did more. So then, like, we're listening to the song. So then when it gets to its natural end, it's gonna. I listen to it one more time as if it's gonna be looped over to the next part of the same song. Personally, I don't think this one needs a loop. I think this one is a nice short groove. It's a nice little moment. It's not an interlude, but you know what I mean? It's a sound. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's what I would say. Now, through BandLabs, you are able to publish. That's like, let's say I'm making music, and if this was not, if somebody didn't just tell me they wanted the song, I would have just probably published this one and let it be like, oh, sometimes people can use your sound if you allow them to, and they might rap on it, sing on it, adjust it to their liking. Like, let's say, some people do genre swaps, which I personally love when people do. They'll take like your song, they'll be like a jungle bass artist and they'll turn it into a jungle bass song. They'll take your song and make it into a screamo rock metal song. They could turn it into a hip hop beat with samples. It's really fun. If you're into that. Some people aren't, and that's okay. So here is the fold, what's it called? The menu, which I should have showed you in the beginning. But that's how you do your new projects. You can see your recent ones. You can load demos. But the part that I need to show you, the part that's going to save you some time, downloading. Now, let's say Sim said that hi newbie. Let's say Sim said she liked just this one part of the song. Like she only liked the Magic City part. We could literally go and download just that track, the full length of the song, and only have that stem. The stem meaning that one singular line of the song. It does take a long time, I will say that. Anytime you make music, the downloading problem, SimStem is wild. No, it's not. It's not wild. It's art. I like all of that. You liked all of that. All of that though. Take your time, Pastor. Come on. I do have crackers. I was like, I need a snack. I will say after we get off of BandLabs, I will take my break and then we will show the DistroKid side of things. I personally have uploaded music through SoundCloud, DistroKid, and one other service, but I can't think of the name of it right now. It's escaping me. I will show you how to do the distro kit side because I kind of wish somebody showed me, and I would love to be the person I needed. You can choose M4A or Wave, but it shows you even like the length, and it's like, oh, this isn't the full part of the song, but this is the part of the section that you would need for the stem. Some people like to take their stems from here and then go put it in like Fruit Loops or a higher caliber service. I personally was living and breathing BandLabs because it was at one point the most free service, and I really admired that. But now they are kind of getting to the paywall side of things, and it makes me sad. But that's how you get the stems. You would go to the end and select the individual thing that you want and download it. But to mix it down like a song, baby, you do mix down as hush phone. Hi, beautiful girl. There's a dog in the corner if you were wondering. I love you, girl. Again, it takes a minute. All right. Again, you can do Wave, MP3, M4A, M4A. Now, I will say, Wave is the best for the sound, but it's the biggest file you can do. If you are uploading to a music service that is going to have your music on a streaming site, a streaming platform of any type, the best way to download your music, the absolute, I'm not one of those people, the only way to do it. It's not the only way. But if you want the highest quality of sound and just the highest quality of sound of your music, get the Wave. It's big as hell. I'd say get a hard drive, get a flash drive, make you a Google Drive or a OneDrive, whatever drive you want, baby. Get you some space. Shit, get a fucking USB, and get the Wave. Most platforms that have an ability to upgrade the sound, Spotify does it. Tidal does it. Now Tidal has a whole different beast behind what they do, but if you want to have your music be amped, pretty much, you need the WAV file. You can do a lot with the MP3, of course. It's lightweight, it's great, but it's not the best. I will say that. If you're somebody who's just wanting it to be streamed, like let's say you're just throwing your shit on SoundCloud, M4A will work as well. It's not that deep. If you're somebody who is going to be using your sound or music in an editor such as like DaVinci or music or like an editing inside of another media tool, M4A will also work. Hi Rio, I'm teaching music today. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna download the Wave. And this is where, oh, also, let's say you do use BandLabs. I will tell you something I wish somebody would have told me in the beginning, other than save a lot. Change the title to your songs. Why do I say change the titles to your song? When you start a project in BandLabs, it automatically says new project. Do you want to know how many songs I have called new project that are actual hits? I just forgot to name them and I can't find them. A lot. A lot. Sometimes when I'm bored and I need something to do, I go and put new project in my projects folder and then I just go listen to them to give them a name. But yeah, I now have the file. It's in my folder. And now let's show DistroKid. I will show y'all when I come back. We are going to take a mini break.